if you ever thought, for instance, if I make one mistake, they'll see I'm a fraud, or I only got this role because they haven't really figured out that I'm not that good, or if I'm not perfect, I'm nothing. You, my friend, are what I call an imposter perfectionist. Welcome to video 4 of the Beat Performance Anxiety in 2026 series. I'm Dr. Maja Jankowska, clinical and counseling psychologist, and I love working with performing artists. Today, we are tackling the most exhausting performance anxiety pattern, the belief that your worth as a person depends on being flawless on stage. So here is what you need to understand. Your anxiety isn't actually about the performance. It's a bit weird that I say that given we are talking about performance anxiety. But really, deep down, it's about your identity. You are most likely a person who have created an equation in your mind. Perfect performance equals I'm worthy. Imperfect performance equals I'm worthless. This is what psychologists call conditional self-worth. Your value as a human being is contingent on external achievement and validation. Here we are talking about this external achievement on stage. And here is the devastating part. This equation is impossible to satisfy because perfection doesn't exist. I know you heard it, but really it doesn't. So you are constantly chasing something you can never reach, trying to prove a worth that shouldn't need proving in the first place. Really, it should not. The anxiety you feel before performing, it's not really performance anxiety. It's more of an existential anxiety. You are not just worried about making a mistake, you are terrified of being exposed as fundamentally inadequate. This is why generic kind of calm down techniques don't work for imposter perfectionists. You need to work on the deeper belief system. But when you are backstage and spiraling, you need something quick. The FBI Reset Toolkit gives you a 10-second grounding technique to get you through. Link in the description, completely free, so please download it. Okay, so let me tell you how this perfectionist imposter type of anxiety develops. Somewhere in your history, maybe childhood, maybe in your training, you learned that love, acceptance, or validation was conditional. Maybe you were praised only when you performed well. Maybe your mistakes were met with disappointment or even harsh criticism. Maybe you were compared to others and found wanting. Your developing brain learned, I'm safe when I'm perfect. I am in danger when I'm flawed in any way. And now, as an adult performer, every audition, every performance, every moment on stage activates that old survival mechanism. You are not trying to play music beautifully or deliver lines authentically. You are trying to prove you deserve to be on that stage, you deserve to exist. The root issue isn't your lack of skill, not at all. It's this fragile connection to your intrinsic worth. So here is what doesn't work. Just do your best. Nobody's perfect. Stop being so hard on yourself. Well, all those phrases are true, but if you are an imposter perfectionist, those statements feel perhaps even insulting to you because your brain hears, accept being mediocre. And mediocre feels like a no thanks. That would be like, I can't exist like that. What you actually need is to build self-worth from the inside out, separate from your artistic achievements. This is deep identity work, But I will give you one exercise to start today, and I hope you will find it both useful, insightful, and enjoyable. Okay, so here is the exercise that begins to separate your worth from your performance. I call it the identity audit. So pause this video, take a piece of paper, ideally A4, and draw a line in the middle. I hope you paused and you are back doing the exercise with me. On the left side, left would be here for you, right. I am valuable when I'm valuable when when I perform perfectly, when I get praised, when I don't make mistakes, when I impress the panel. Just list everything, be honest. On the right side, right. I am valuable because this is harder, but push through. For instance, I am valuable because I am a human being, because I show up even when I'm scared, because I care deeply about my art, because I am kind to others, because I'm a good mother, or I keep trying despite setbacks. Okay, now just look at both columns. The left column is conditional, right? It's all performance-based. It's really, really fragile. One bad audition can destroy it. The right column is intrinsic. It exists whether you perform or not, whether you perform well or not. It's really unshakable because it's about you, the truth about you as a human being. So your work, or our work together, is slowly to shift identity from left column to the right. This won't happen overnight, of course. You've been operating from this conditional worth for years, maybe even longer, decades maybe. But every time you catch yourself thinking, I'm only valuable if I'm perfect, you can look at that right column and remember that lie. Okay? Really important. Maybe take the statements from the right column and put them on a piece of paper accessible to you or on your phone. The identity audit is just the beginning. If you want to understand the complete origins of your imposter perfectionism, how it forms, what keeps it locked in place, and all the evidence-based techniques and the system to rebuild your self-worth from the ground up, that's the deeper work that I do in the Stage Shift Intensive. And you are lucky because the doors are open and the live workshop is on the 7th of February 2026. So join now. The link is in the description. I really hope to see you there. For now, practice the identity audit this week. Keep that right column somewhere you can see it, accessible, like I said. And then when you are backstage spiraling, you can use the FBI Reset Toolkit, a 10-second backstage technique to ground yourself before you walk on stage. Free download in the description. Okay, so next week we will be talking about the comparison constable, when your anxiety comes from constantly measuring yourself against others. And who knows, maybe you have both types, because usually we have a mix of different anxiety types, maybe 2 or 3. Okay, but before we finish, Imposter Perfectionist. What's the belief you are working to unlearn? Share it in the comments, because you are not alone. Other people are experiencing this too. I will respond to every comment and I look forward to speaking to you again. I'm Dr. Maja Jankowska. See you next week.